Big one tonight. A pastor in Virginia is apologizing to his congregation tonight after he prayed for a man dressed in shabby clothes who'd wandered into his church yesterday. The problem is the man is the president of the United States. See, it all began when evangelical leader Franklin Graham called for a national day of prayer for the president and got more than 300 fellow conservative Christian leaders to sign on to participate. Trump had been retweeting Graham all weekend, but also obviously wasn't going to be going to church on a golf day. But after 18 holes at Trump National in Sterling, Virginia, he threw the clubs in the trunk, hopped in the motorcade, and apparently, as David Waldman suggests on Twitter, Google Maps the closest church on the way home. Trump then walked into that church, clearly unshowered and wearing a blazer over his golf clothes. You can see he's still got the golf shoes on and his golf hat, which he remembered to remove after he was already on stage. And that revealed the newest Trump hairstyle, 18-hole hat head. Now, a White House spokesperson said the president made the unplanned stop at McLean Bible Church in Vienna, Virginia, to, quote, visit with the pastor and pray for the victims and community of Virginia Beach in the wake of the mass shooting there on Friday. But Pastor David Platt said in a statement tonight that he got a call out of the blue that the president was on his way to the church and wanted them to pray for him. There was no mention of the Virginia Beach shooting at any point in the president's 15-minute visit. Pastor Platt has now apologized to his congregation for leading the prayer for Trump, saying his aim was in no way to endorse the president, his policies, or his party. If you're looking for a pastor who will do all those things, oh, do we have the guy for you? And he's Thing 2 in 60 seconds. Pastor Kenneth Copeland is a televangelist who runs a ministry based in Tarrant County, Texas. He was a member of President Trump's Evangelical Advisory Board, and he's used his TV platform to preach for Trump for years.
You're going to be held seriously to account by God if you don't vote. I mean, we could have another 8 years of Hillary Clinton and the worst mess that anybody could make out of a nation.
Like many big-time televangelists, Kenneth Copeland has used his position to live a pretty cushy lifestyle, and for some reason, he has four private jets. 1, 2, 3, 4. A bit of scrutiny about that, and when a reporter from Inside Edition caught up with him to ask about it, well, hold on tight.
Isn't it true that you want to fly commercial so that you can fly in luxury? How much money did you pay for Tyler Perry's Gulfstream jet, for example?
Well, for example, that's really none of your business, but...
Isn't it the business of your donors?
Listen, I paid. You kind of caught me off guard here, okay? Thank you, Lord. Help me. Let me pray this thing.
Well, let me just ask you a really simple question.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's unbecoming for a preacher to live a life of luxury and to fly around in private jets. What's your response to that?
Very simple. It takes a lot of money to do what we do. Without the airplane that we have that I bought from Tyler Perry, and I didn't pay anywhere. Tyler's one of the greatest guys. He made that airplane so cheap for me, I couldn't help but buy it.
Well, my question then, okay, all right, but I want to get to the demons because people are very concerned about that comment.
Give me a chance here, Inside Edition. Okay. I love your eyes.
Again, getting back to the comment, you said that you don't like to fly commercial because you don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did. We wrestle not with flesh and blood, but principalities and powers.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.